Hey everybody, RPG here. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about what I believe the future of YouTube videos is going to be, and that's YouTube videos as NFTs. If you aren't familiar with what an NFT is, NFT stands for Non-Fungible Token. Non-Fungible would be anything that's unique and likely a one-off, so that means that it's not interchangeable and cannot be replaced. So let's take the Mona Lisa painting, for example. The Mona Lisa is a one-off. It's never been recreated. If we were to burn the Mona Lisa, it would be gone forever. There's nothing that's going to be able to replace it. So now let's talk about a dollar bill. If I took a dollar bill out of my pocket right now and I ripped it up into 100 pieces and tossed it out the window, that's going to get rid of that $1 bill, but I could go and get another dollar bill to replace it. It's going to have the same value and same physical appearance. So it's 100% interchangeable with any other dollar bill out there. So an NFT could be anything digital that gets minted to the blockchain. So it could be a photograph, a painting, a drawing, a video, or a song. NFTs have clearly defined creators and owners, and they can be either bought and sold or just simply stored on the blockchain. So you're probably wondering how this relates to YouTube videos. So I have a couple reasons as to why I think that this could be an absolute game changer for YouTube videos. So one of the prominent issues with YouTube videos is maintaining and monitoring ownership. So I'm going to use an example, and I'm going to use a video that we've probably all seen at one time or another, and that's Charlie Bit My Finger. I think we've all seen this video. It consisted of two siblings. One was a toddler, one was a baby. The toddler put his finger in the baby's mouth, and the baby bit his finger. The boy had a really cute British accent, and it went viral. It has hundreds and hundreds of millions of views right now. I think it's been out for about 10 years or so. So what ended up happening was, I believe it was the father of the two boys that posted the video to his YouTube account. He had no real following or anything like that. So it just went viral through people just sharing it over time. So when he put it out there, it only got, a couple hundred views in the first week or so because he had no real following. It wasn't like a real official YouTube channel or anything like that. It was just a, personal account. So let's take something like that where somebody posts a video and it's super popular, super funny and entertaining, but they have no real following. So they put it out there and, it gradually gets bigger and bigger, just naturally by more and more people seeing it and then sharing it and whatnot. Now let's take, if we had a YouTuber or somebody that's really famous, let's use Logan Paul, for example. He's, love him or hate him, he is a really popular YouTuber right now. So he has millions and millions of subscribers and followers on all of his social media accounts. So let's say that he went and took a video like Charlie Bit My Finger and he posted it. He could simply download a copy of the video and post it on his account. That doesn't mean that he owns it, but that means that when he posts it, he'll probably get within the first day 1 million to multiple millions of views on that particular video. So that means that those millions of people that are watching it are not going to know that this video was created and produced and released by somebody else. They're associating that video with Logan Paul. Again, this is just an example. Logan Paul didn't do this. It's just an example of what could happen and how ownership gets skewed on YouTube. So if Logan Paul were to put this out, he puts it out to his millions of followers and subscribers. They see the video, they associate that video with him and his content. So that doesn't mean that he's necessarily intentionally claiming it as his own or, infringing on somebody else's content. That's, probably not what's happening, but it ends up happening just by a byproduct of putting out somebody else's content. So he could put the information of the person that actually posted it and filmed it and produced it and all of that in the description of the video, but I would say probably less than 5% of people actually look into descriptions of videos. So regardless, millions of people are going to see it through one person that didn't even create it. So that's how ownership kind of gets blurred on YouTube. Now, I don't experience that really with my videos because I have mostly my face on the videos. And if I don't have my face, I have branding and stuff like that. So it's really specific to me. It wouldn't be easy for anybody to really recreate it or make it their own in any way. So I don't have that issue, but let's think to people that are just doing videos of things that they've seen, out and about in a day, or something that happens like in the Charlie Bit My Finger video, for example. There's nothing in that video that's specific to the person that posted it. That person's not on camera. There's no way to really define who that person is. So ownership can definitely be tough to track on YouTube. With something like an NFT, it's posted, it's stamped, and it's 100% trackable. So if we made a YouTube video NFT, it would actually get posted as a video that is created by this person, and that stays on there forever. So it can change hands. You can buy and sell this NFT, this video. It could, change hands 100 times, but it's always going to say who created it, and it's going to also give you a detailed list of every owner that's ever had ownership of that particular NFT or video in this case. So I think that's really huge, because this is a major issue with social media, with YouTube as well. It's, again, not something that I experience personally, but a lot of people do experience this. People will post a viral video, somebody else with more followers will take it, reproduce it, or re-release it on their account, and then it's really hard to track who was the first one. Even if we have timestamps of, this one posted it on Thursday and this one posted on Saturday, when you have millions of people seeing it from the person that reposted it, it is really hard to figure out who the original was, who has ownership, and all that stuff. So that runs into a bigger issue when you get into monetization and ads and all of that stuff, and revenue comes into it. So with NFTs, everything would be really well defined. So now another area where I think that YouTube videos as NFTs is also really a positive is something that I do experience personally. So at the time of this video, I have over 250 videos on my YouTube channel. So that's a massive amount of storage space. And I haven't kept every single video saved on my computer, because it would be multiple hard drives in order to accommodate all that space that's taken up by having all of the original copies of these videos before they come up onto YouTube. So I have most of them, because the reason I actually save a lot of them is an issue that I actually ran into on YouTube, and I did a video on it not too long ago called YouTube versus RetroPie guy. And that was, I put a video out and somehow, some way, it got pinged as spam and they removed it. Luckily, it wasn't a video that was really valuable to me in any way. It was just a gameplay demo that I put together. Really served no significant purpose. It was just like a feel-good video to show this particular game and how it was emulating on the platform that I was demonstrating it on. So wasn't a big deal. I lost no sleep on it being removed, but if it was something that got pinged as spam, and it was something that I really put a lot of effort into and really found to be valuable to my YouTube channel, and my only copy was on YouTube and YouTube removed it, I no longer have a copy of it. So that's why I keep everything backed up on my computer. And again, I don't keep every single video that I make backed up, but I keep the big ones, the ones that are really time consuming to make and that I think are really valuable to the YouTube channel, and that people really get a lot of information out of. So by creating an NFT of these YouTube videos, or these original copies of what becomes a YouTube video, you'd be able to actually store everything on the blockchain. You wouldn't have to use your hard drive or your SSD or whatever you're storing your video files on. So everything would go up to the blockchain. That would be your original copy, the copy that you use to add onto YouTube with. So you have that backup 100% all of the time. So you could store it on the blockchain as an NFT. You could sell it if you wanted to. I don't believe that my videos personally are going to sell for a lot of money. I don't see a huge value in mine personally, but there's definitely value in a lot of other people's videos. So let's take the example that I used previously, Charlie Bit My Finger. That was actually used as an NFT. They took the original copy of the video that went up onto YouTube. They made it into an NFT, and it sold for over $650,000. So it's an insane amount of money for what was obviously a super viral video. So there's definitely value in everybody's YouTube videos. It just depends on your following, how many subscribers you have, what the content of the video is, whether it's entertaining or informative or, whatever the case may be. My videos are primarily tutorials, gameplay demos, or product reviews. So I think that kind of falls much lower on the ladder of what would be successful as an NFT for revenue purposes. But, there's a market for anything these days. I've learned that just by, kind of keeping track of NFTs and what sells and what doesn't. So there's unlimited possibilities with NFTs in general. So I can't honestly say that there's no value in my videos on there, but I'm sure some of you guys would buy videos for $5 or something like that, just to have them on hand, or use as like an investment if you thought that my channel was going to blow up someday and be a massive success. Who knows? anything's possible, crazier things have happened. So another thing that I think is an absolute positive for YouTube videos as NFTs is actually the same reason I think that NFTs are incredible for any artist of any kind, whether you're doing drawings, paintings, photographs, videos, or music, is you can earn royalties off of your content. So what that means is, if we're a painter, for example, and you make this masterpiece painting and you go to sell it, let's say you sell it for $10,000. $10,000 you would sell as an artist. One time you get that $10,000, that painting becomes somebody else's, and then if they go to sell it 10 years down the road for $100,000, they made all that profit. You still only make that $10,000. With NFTs, you're actually able to set royalty fees. So that means that anytime your NFT sells or changes hands from anybody that has bought it from you, you'll earn that royalty fee. So typically it's like 10%. It could be any percent that you choose to make it though. So let's say that same example, you sold a painting, $10,000. 5 years later, 10 years later, whatever it is, that person sells it again for $100,000. You're gonna get 10% of that, or whatever your royalty fee is. So if it's 10%, you're going to get $10,000 of that. So that's pretty insane. Like I said, artists currently that aren't using NFTs, they sell a painting, they get that money one time. So it's definitely frustrating for artists or creators in general that sell at a certain price and then their work goes up in value. All the money gets made by the person that invested in them. They never see another dime of the money. They are only getting that initial sell price money. So that's something that I think is huge with NFTs. And right now I think that there's a lot of stuff out there as NFTs that is just garbage. In all honesty, it seems like the trendy thing to do, and everybody's trying to cash in on it. But for YouTube videos, I really haven't seen a lot of people put YouTube videos up, except for a handful of people, and that Charlie Bit My Finger video was one of them, and it went for over $650,000. Another thing I want to just point out, just to be 100% clear, if somebody was to take a YouTube video and create an NFT out of it, they're selling that original copy. They're not selling their rights to distribute it on YouTube, on their YouTube channel. So if I were to take this video that you're watching right now and I created an NFT out of it, which I'm actually going to do more just to try and test it out, actually. I'm not trying to make money off of it or anything like that. I'm going to list it for like $5 or something like that. But I want to do it kind of as a experiment. But if I were to do this, I'm actually still able to distribute it here on YouTube. I'm able to monetize it on YouTube and all of that. If I sell the original copy, that's just selling the original copy. That's not going to disrupt anything with its distribution on YouTube, as long as you do all of that prior to listing it as an NFT. So by the time you guys watch this, I'm going to post it and then I'm going to throw it up on OpenSea.io as an NFT, and you'll be able to view it there. I'll put a link in the description of this video as well, but it will post on YouTube first. So as long as you do it that way, there's no distribution issues or anything like that. You're still going to be able to earn monetization and all of that stuff through ad revenue. So using again that Charlie Bit My Finger video as the reference here and the example, they're still making money off of monetizing that video on there. The original creator, the original father of the two boys that posted it to YouTube, he's still got it on YouTube. He's still getting monetization off of it. So he just sold that original first video copy of it. So, or not copy because it's the original, but so that is what was up for sale, and that's what has been sold and bought and all of that. And anytime that's going to sell again or change hands, the original people that created it are going to earn a royalty off of it. So if it sells for $1 million in 5 years, they're going to get probably 10% or whatever their royalty fee percentage is. They're going to get that percentage of the sale price. So if it's $1 million, they're going to get at 10% another $100,000 off of it, just exchanging hands and selling again. So this is where I think it's an absolute game changer for YouTube videos and just art in general, art in various art forms. But for YouTube videos, I think it definitely creates solid ownership rights for the person that has created it. And it also has all these other really positives as well. So that's just my thought process on this. I've been looking into NFTs now for the last couple months, and I find them fascinating. I'm not a big collector of them. I actually have been invested into cryptocurrencies, Ethereum mostly, Cardano, a little bit into Bitcoin, not as much Bitcoin though. I like the ones that have blockchain technology behind them, but I've been into cryptocurrencies now for about 4 or 5 years. So massive fan of that. I think that blockchain is massive, and I think that if you guys aren't sure exactly what blockchain is right now, definitely go out and look into it, because I think it's going to be a huge part of our future. There's some really great, really brief documentaries on it on Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, just type in blockchain. You're going to find all these really great documentaries. They're definitely worth looking into. It's definitely going to be a game changer in my opinion. So, you know, worst case, I'm not saying go invest your hard-earned money into it or anything like that, but definitely look into it, get acquainted with it, because I think we're going to be seeing a lot of it over the next 5 to 10 years, and then, you know, even more after that. So that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed this content, you enjoyed watching this video, hit the like button for me. If you have any questions or anything like that, or you want to talk, hit me up in the comment section below. Love interacting with you guys on here. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. We do typically a lot of stuff around retro gaming. This is the first video that I've done that's not 100% based around retro gaming. So definitely subscribe if you're into retro gaming. And of course, check us out online on our website, www.retropieguy.com. Thanks for watching.